rap with the song. Fuck it.
I'm like, where's the audio?
Hold up, nigga. Talk about it. What the fuck episode this is?
I lost track.
Easy.
Yeah, have you been uploading them?
You got your shit on mute?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Facts Cap Podcast. What episode it is?
Shit. I don't even know, man. We've been doing it so long.
Man, y'all motherfuckers figure it out. Y'all let me know what the fuck episode this is.
Season 2, episode
60
3.
something. I don't know what the fuck going on, man. Chris back in the cut, eating a fucking sandwich and shit.
Fat boy nigga ain't bring no sandwich for the pod though.
Kazadi, we'll see you next episode, my brother.
We'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon, my boy. Hey, so what you want to start with, man? Let's start with some sports, man. We ain't did that before. Let's talk about Ben Simmons, man.
Nigga don't want to be there.
So Ben Simmons, the saga continues. Where are we at? Where did we leave off last week? He came to work. He needed his money, so I guess he decided that he didn't want to miss out on no more millions. So
He not pulling the Kyrie.
yeah, he came to work, and I guess he decided he wanted to be a distraction. Like he's trying to pull out all the stops basically to get himself.
He's like a nigga that work and want unemployment and want to make sure they fire your ass.
Yeah, he trying to get that trade popping. Fuck that. That nigga's trying to get that trade popping, really. So he's basically, he was at practice with his damn cell phone in his pocket. Everybody got on shorts. He got on sweats. It just didn't look good. It looked like he wasn't really paying too much attention. And then basically, I guess the next day he came to practice and they asked him to participate in some defensive drills. And he said no. Niggas just said no, flat out, no.
That nigga, he said, I ain't playing defense.
And they said, you can go home. And he really went home. So, I guess he just kept that same energy. So, he got suspended for a game. He came to work today and basically told them that he's not mentally ready to play. He said he talked with the whole team. They said Joel Embiid and the whole team.
And they sure to put his name first.
Right, and Doc Rivers, and he said that everybody needs to take accountability, even himself, and he's just not mentally prepared to play at the moment, so he's out indefinitely.
He just don't want to be there, and he ain't playing.
I also think though that he could be probably mentally not ready to play. You know what I mean? Just because he.
Is it because of where he...
I think it's because just how the whole thing transpired, Like, he probably is scared to play in Philadelphia. He know the fans is going to boo his ass, like, I think and then, he felt like the team didn't have his back when he was the only one that got blamed for the L. So I think mentally he probably is prepared. Like, obviously the reason he even in this position, because obviously mentally he can't get over the hurdle of shooting a jump shot or having to go to the free throw line. So I think that
he might shoot that shit this year though.
Yeah, I think it's some validity to what he's saying. I don't know. What you think?
Man, I just think that I know it's a lot of money tied into it. It's still a business. It's like if you don't wanna play there, they're not gonna trade you. Then fucking retire for a couple years and try to come back. They owe you money.
Yeah. You said try to retire?
Just retire, man.
You seen what Daryl Morey said?
Nah.
The GM. I think it was a bluff, but he says some shit like, "Oh well, we're in it for the long haul. Like if he's gonna get traded, we're not just gonna trade him for anything. So if it take basically 4 years to trade him, we'll do that." I was like, "No, you're not finna put your team. I don't see you putting your team through that for 4 years. Like it just sounds like."
Look at your boy, Deshaun Watson. That's another example.
But see, the difference between that is Deshaun Watson is out for disciplinary reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like he got a case.
No, that's not why he's not playing.
You said Deshaun Jackson?
No, I said what?
Watson, yeah, the football player, right?
He's not out because they just not playing him.
He's on the what you call list.
Since when?
Ain't he on the
I don't think he's on the list. I'm gonna look that shit up though.
But you know, football like is kind of different with the disciplinary shit. So I don't know. But Ben Simmons, how do you think this ends? When do you think this shit ends?
When he get traded.
You said when he get traded?
He'll be traded by the deadline, by the trade deadline. He'll be traded by All-Star week.
You think they're gonna sit him out? You don't think they're gonna sit him out for the whole season?
Nah, if he come to work and want to play, they gonna let him make himself look bad. I
don't see him. I don't see him playing for. I don't see him playing in a Sixers jersey anymore. I do think they're waiting until somebody becomes disgruntled, like say like Dame Lillard. Like, you know, people is trying to talk Dame Lillard basically into wanting to trade. You know, he want to stay. But he's you know, it seemed like he's pretty content. Or Bradley Beal. Like, you know, it seemed like the media, they talk players into positions. Like, they're trying to force them niggas to get out of them cities because they know they can't win there. So I just think that they kind of waiting for something like that to happen. They trying to be patient, you know. That's how I look at it.
I don't know, man, but shit, I hope they hurry up and figure it out. Because, I mean, the East is still wide open, honestly.
Yeah, the East is. I mean, who is the favorites?
Shit, actually, the whole goddamn East and West wide open. Anybody could win that shit this year.
I mean, we got the Nets, who I think the Nets and the Bucks are the top two teams. I think if Kyrie comes, I think the Nets are clearly the favorite.
Shit, I need to see them clips from the game last night. The Hawks goddamn beat their ass.
Man, you don't want to see that shit. Shout out to the Hawks. They beat the fuck out of them boys. Hey, and for all the people saying that, you know, that the Mavs won that trade with Luka. Like I say, is last night, if you pay attention, Cam Reddish and Trae Young led the teams in points. That's what they got for Luka. Cam Reddish and Trae Young. So, and they got beat by fucking 30. And we done made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I ain't seen them niggas get out past the first round. They can't even beat the Mavs. beat the
that shit sound
Clippers.
personal.
You know what I'm saying? I just got her up.
You gotta get that shit off your chest.
I had to get that shit off my chest, you know what I'm saying? So, whatever. So, let's get the Pooh Shiesty, man. Pooh Shiesty.
Guilty.
Hey, just sit back, see how I play it. Shiesty switched it up a notch. What he switch up? That plea.
Shit, that nigga ain't gonna do that life.
He wasn't gonna do life.
Shit.
But I think he would have got hit. Cause I just think you look at it like, nigga, it's Fed. Do you know you're fighting a Fed case, my nigga? This ain't the state. So it's like, you fighting a Fed case, bro. Are you sure that you wanna goddamn, that's what you trying to do?
He probably would have got a better deal earlier on if he goddamn would have just stayed.
I mean, I seen that one of his co-defendants, they pled guilty first. So I think like once one of your co-defendants plead guilty, it kind of affects you, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's where he kind of fucked up. So I don't know. He pleading guilty. I think that was the best thing for him to do though, because I think he more concerned about his career instead of like his well-being. Like the best thing for you to do, my brother, was to just take time and just pray that you have a career when you get out, you know?
I mean, shit. You know, rap ain't nothing but next nigga up.
Yeah. I mean, shit. You see Gucci, he done signed like 5-6 people since Pooh Shiesty got locked up. So that
Gucci know what he doing over there, man.
Yeah. I think
he might not keep him out of jail, but he hit next nigga up.
Yeah, I think the best thing for Pooh Shiesty when you do stuff like this, that way when you got your state case, hopefully they can just run them shits concurrent. You know what I mean? So, because he still got another case. So, I don't know. I mean, but who knows how weak it is too? Because remember the dude he shot said he don't remember. So hopefully he can get that case dropped.
He said he don't remember. He ain't trying to get that
He ain't trying to get it knocked off.
He thought that bounty was on his head.
They said, look, you gonna take this 50,000, this 100,000, and then you just gonna live with it. Like you forgot. You forgot. So, man, I wish Kazadi was here for this question because I know he would have a lot to say. But Ruga, do you know who Ruga is?
Nah.
So Ruger's the one who made the song. They didn't let the G's and the Double.
Yeah.
Alright, that's FBG Duck's cousin. R.I.P.
You want me to call this nigga so you can hear it?
Nah, don't worry about it. We'll holler at him next week or something. So Ruger said he was doing an interview on Vlad TV, and he said that Drake only does features basically to help himself, right? He said that Drake doesn't put people on. He only does it to help himself, and he doesn't uplift upcoming artists. Where then he championed that Kanye does that. That's always kind of been a thing with Drake. So my question is, do you agree with that? Do you think that Drake is only looking for himself when it comes to that?
I don't think he does. I mean, shit. He know he gonna get on it. It's gonna help them out, and he gonna pick up a new sound. He might steal your flow, but shit.
Who doesn't? Everybody still flows. That's how they get it. Like, I think for whatever reason, well, one, I think it's kind of clear. Ruger
is with Kanye. So he's
aligned with Kanye.
He's
Kanye
staying on that side.
Yeah, Kanye put him on the Donda shit at Chicago and Atlanta. He put him on his album. He looked out for him. So I think that's why he personally agrees with Kanye. But I feel like, nigga, you said it on your fucking song. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Stop picking sides. Nigga, you picking sides. Clearly you picked the side of Kanye, but my thing is Drake put on The Weeknd, right? He put on Party Next Door, right? And let's not act like when he did jump on these artists' song that like it didn't propel their career. Don't get me wrong. Like even I watched this. We from the north. Like we seen the Migos. We seen where they was coming up. But it seemed like once he jumped on Versace, like I feel like they was gonna get to where they was already at. I feel like they was gonna get to where they was at. But I think once he did it, it just kind of
accelerated. Like they got there quicker.
Exactly. Like just think about all the people that Drake has helped out. Like I can't agree with that. And I just don't think. I think you got to know your strengths.
Well, who Kanye really put on?
That was my question.
Besides what, Chief Keef?
He put on. No, he didn't put on no fucking Chief Keef. That shit was a hit. People didn't even like when Kanye jumped on the song. I felt like that's the definition of what Ruger was talking about. Like, don't like was already hot. You know what I'm saying? So
you don't think it reached a whole different set of audience?
I mean, of course, I think it helped him out. It accelerated him. But I think more so like with Kanye, he only put on Big Sean. That somebody's still here. Who else he put on?
Cause Sean was already signed with Pharrell at that time.
But what I'm saying is, he put on Big Sean to the world. Like people be signed to other people and shit first. I get that. That's kind of like saying like Usher and Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But Jermaine Dupri put them all on. You know what I mean? Like
Cudi, Sean.
He put Cudi on.
Kinda. It's like a.
I mean, he had something to do with that. I give him that. But I'm saying the way Ruger talking is like, nigga, he didn't put on that many more people than Drake at this point. Like, he didn't do that much.
Right.
So, I just thought that was a little weird, like, to even say that. But
I think all artists do it, though.
Yeah. I mean, everybody, that's how you stay hot in the game, too. Like, you got to work with. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. When you
don't work with it, the younger folks, they call you a hater.
Yeah, you an old hating ass nigga. Now it's whatever. That's weird. But Brittany Renner. Hey man, what's going on with Brittany Renner?
You tell me.
Man, Brittany Renner. I seen Brittany Renner talking about she's at Jackson, Mississippi. She's in Jackson State of Mississippi, and they were saying like, she put up like hide your boys or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Something to that nature. So she's basically trying to
allude that she out there preying on young guys.
Yeah, it's a little funny, but I don't know. People were saying like if a man did this, how like would it be like? Is she being inappropriate? Because she's what, like 28, 29 years old.
I don't think she's being inappropriate. But if a man did it, it would definitely have a bigger uproar about it.
I think she trolling.
I think she was just putting up something, trying to be funny, and then that shit it backfired on her.
I seen people saying, no, I think that's exactly what she wanted. I seen people saying that she went to Jackson State, so really she was there just for the homecoming.
That's probably
So that's why I think it's a troll. Like, but I mean, we still do see what the whole PJ Washington thing happened, but I thought that was a little weird.
Yeah, she knows. Anyway.
Yeah, we seen people trying to call out Polo G. Did you see that?
No.
So Polo G, his somebody said that they put up a yearbook. Some kids, probably around his age, they put up a yearbook on the internet and was like, "Oh, this nigga Polo G went to private school. He's a capper." You know what I'm saying? They tried to clearance him basically, and they said he's a capper and he's not really about that life.
Because he went to private school?
Yeah.
That's it?
They said he not. They say he's a cap. He's all cap. He's not about that life. Like, my whole thing is, why are we just so gun ho on, like, I'm kind of over rap, like the narratives, not like the music, but like people just always want to make you feel like they're exposing you, and it's like, damn, y'all don't. This nigga can't go to private school. Y'all want this nigga to, just.
I mean, that's
be less.
y'all want niggas to be goddamn hard as shit and all this, but why can't you be a street nigga and your mama just happen to put you in private school?
Yeah.
When you a child, it's certain shit that's out of your control.
Yeah.
You can't just pick and choose what the hell you want to do.
The crazy part was, right? The crazy part was that the nigga has explained it before in the interview. I seen it. He said that he went to public school, 2 public schools, he got kicked out. He got forced to go to military school. That's the picture that they got it from. He said he went to military school, and then they basically, he got kicked out of there too. And then he went to another school, and he ended up graduating. So he said he went to like 4 or 5 different schools because of this shit. But I got a lot of family in Chicago, and I got cousins. That's a thing in Chicago because the public schools are so bad that the people go to like private schools. My cousins went to private school, but they still live dead ass in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like.
But it makes sense though.
Y'all watch The Shy? What was Kev went to damn. He went to damn private school.
Went to that private school.
Exactly. So it's like, come on, man.
Situations like that, they didn't choose. Well, one didn't choose to go there.
Exactly. You can't always make your decisions like, and that don't mean that you less of who you are. So I just thought that was kind of weird. Did you see? So academics.
He said that nigga name. Oh, he did some bullshit.
I ain't gonna like he did some bullshit. I feel like he did some hater ass shit though. You know what I'm saying? So academics basically, he got his own podcast now, and he was talking about the Stooges, Rory and Maul, and he was talking about how Maul and Rory, like they got that $10 million deal with Stitcher.
Yeah.
And he was basically saying like that it's cap. He called the deal cap, and he said that he basically did a meeting with all the big wigs, when he had a bidding war for him, and his numbers is 3 times higher than them, and he was just saying like, it's not possible that you got $10 million and you get 100% of your podcast like they're claiming. It's either you're gonna get that 10 million and it's gonna be for a long amount of time and they own, or you either gonna own your podcast and not get 10 million, right?
Right.
And I guess the whole thing about it was like he was saying like, why do people want me to acknowledge like the Stooges and shit, but when it's time for when I do my shit, it don't seem like people acknowledge me, basically. So I just need to know, is he hating or is he telling the truth? Like, is he factual?
He has a little bit of fact in there and a whole lot of hate. If you look at it, first off, you shouldn't count another nigga pocket. If a nigga tell you got 10 million, hey, you got 10 million.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you say. That contract ain't on. If it's theirs, if it ain't theirs, that shit don't matter. It all depends on. It's like, bro, either acknowledge and say congrats, my niggas, or laugh at that shit like you usually do. Tell a few jokes, but nigga, don't get serious. Cause I ain't sound like you mad because you ain't get 10 million and you ain't gonna get the 100% ownership. You ain't get the deal they got. I mean,
yeah,
he's a hater.
Yeah, I think that was a hater moment. I ain't gonna cap. Because I just feel like, why does it... My thing is just like, it's just the context that he's talking about. Like, you sound like a crying ass nigga. Like, why is nobody acknowledging me though? Like, why is nobody acknowledging what I got going on? Like, come on, bro. You can do better than that. Like, my thing is, I think the problem is he counted them niggas out.
He didn't think they were gonna get it.
He ain't think them niggas, and I think Joe too. I think them niggas counted them niggas out. They thought that, you know, without Joe, they could never do anything. And I don't give a fuck if it's 10 million or not. Obviously, they still probably getting paid more than in the top 5% of any other damn podcaster. You know what I'm saying? If you lucky enough to be getting paid, you know.
Right.
So my thing is, let them folks cap, man. Let them folks cap. Even if they is capping, like what's the problem? Like, you sound. That's why I say you hate, because it sounds like you just don't want them niggas to really have what they have. Even if they was getting 2 million off the deal,
shit, congrats.
You sound like man, nah, they really only getting 2. It's like, bro, you counted them out. They came back. Just respect it. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. So.
And I feel like I need to listen to Joe Budden and see if he spoke on it, because I don't think it's really bad blood anymore with them. Well, not him and Rory.
Mm-hmm. Well, no. Well, he said that he seen Joe. I think it's even a picture. Like, they was in the same place.
Yeah.
And he said they didn't really interact. But Maul said if he had seen Joe, you know, a couple of days, like, you know, like whenever he was talking about it in the magazine, because it was on the cover of a magazine. Yeah. He said if he had seen Joe, it would have been problems. So
they got real issues. I think, but the way he said it on one episode of this, it was like, you know, me and Roy, we're good. I speak to him, but now I'm just glad I ain't gotta publicly speak to him. We can have a friendship. Basically, like, you know, and fuck y'all don't need to know what the hell we talk about.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's cool.
I feel like you never really know with Joe. I feel like Joe is good. He's really good at, like, covering shit up. So you never really know, like, what's the truth and what's not.
I think they good. Now, I think shit.
I think he said. Didn't he say he apologized to Rory about the way he did it?
Yeah.
So I mean, they probably can be in the same vicinity, and you know, it's like you stay over here, I stay over there.
I'm sure that nigga still calling for advice.
I don't know if they going that far with it.
I ain't say they. I said Rory.
I don't think. What you think about the podcast though? What do you think about their podcast?
Who's that what?
No,
Rory and Maul.
Rory and Maul. We talking about.
I fuck with it. I missed the last 2 episodes, but I think they get right to the point.
Yeah.
These niggas just start off just talking. I'm like, damn.
I kind of like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they get right to it. It ain't drawn out. They ain't really got no script. They just talk.
Yeah. I think I like the podcast. I think it's a little dry sometimes, but you know, who am I to talk? You know
I mean, they're like
professional podcasts. But I think that obviously to me Joe was the personality, like the big personality. Yeah. But I do like their podcast though. Like, I think, and they still kind of feeling it out. So I ain't really mad at it. You know. I think
I feel like that shit they gonna be around for a while.
Well, shit, they got a deal. They definitely gonna be around for a minute.
Hey, we need a deal too, so somebody sign up.
Yeah, come sign us. Oh shit, give me 500,000. Nigga, I don't need 10. Shit. We'll get to that. We'll work that out.
Hell yeah.
So, the Netflix employees, did you see that shit?
Yeah, I saw that shit. Did you see the one person that came in there with a "We Love Dave" sign?
Oh, for real? In the middle of the thing?
Yeah, they got him. They took his sign because he had a stick. The sign was on the stick, so they took it, ripped the sign off, stomped on it and shit, and he still had the stick though. There's like, he has a weapon. He has. Wow. I'm like, he's like, yo, it's just a stick. You took my sign off.
So this is good. So for those that don't know, you know, the Dave Chappelle the Dave Chappelle special has been an issue for the LBGTQ plus community. It's been an issue, right? So, you know, Dave, he said his joke. They actually planned a protest because Netflix basically came out and said, "Nah, nigga, we sticking beside him. We gonna stick beside him." And so they basically, you know, had a protest with, you know, the community and the allies and whatnot. And for me, in my opinion, I'm gonna ask this question: do you think the LGBTQ plus community, do they want equality or do they want privilege at this point? Like,
I feel like
they had demands and everything.
this shit is about as equal as it's gonna get. Like what it is right now, like shit, certain states you open the door for predators because everybody can go into the same bathrooms. You can have, you know, y'all got that. Y'all got pretty much the same thing everybody else does. So right now you just acting really privileged. Like you just feel like you deserve more because of your sexual lifestyle.
Did you hear about the demands?
But give me a couple.
So they had said like they wanted like basically all the Dave Chappelle posters off. They wanted all the Dave Chappelle posters off at the damn what you call it, at the Netflix headquarters. They said they wanted them to work with more, like, I guess, creators or, you know, directors that were like trans and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can see that. That's respectable. I don't see like you being petty talking about the posters. What was the other demands? They was just saying a whole bunch of other shit. I don't know.
Once again, we gotta see posters I don't really fuck with. No matter where I go, some shit at work that I see on the wall, I might not like that shit.
Yeah.
I just keep walking past. Don't look at it. Like, what's the big issue? Like, he explained what he was trying to say. I feel like he cleaned it up.
They said that they was mad that he don't want to talk with them.
Why he told. He said his side. He didn't say, this wasn't a conversation. This nigga said what he said, and that's how he feel. If he wanted to know more, he would ask. He not the type of nigga that's about to ask. Like, this ain't the baby situation where, oh, well, let me go sit down with them. I offended somebody. I feel bad about it. This is like, nigga, I said what I said, and I stand on this shit.
Yeah, I listen, I hate being the nigga who be like, man, this generation, this generation, that. But I'm like, come on, bro, when is enough? Like, this is ridiculous at this point. Like, I can't tell people what to be offended by, but I'm gonna tell these niggas, this shit shouldn't have been that offensive, like, to the point where you doing all of that. Come on, bro. Like, the man was just saying, he didn't say, like, oh, like people saying trans lives matters and shit. When did he say y'all shit didn't matter?
Never.
He didn't say that trans people, their life didn't matter. He's just saying niggas need to keep that same energy for everything.
Yeah.
He's just saying, like, when it just seems like when niggas do shit, when it comes to black relations, it seems like nobody gives a damn. But let it be this particular topic right here, people are gonna drop everything they fucking do it and cater to them. Not saying that like these people shouldn't get, you know, the access and, you know, everything that they should get. He's just saying like, yo, like, why can't everybody have this, you know, this same outrage for everything, you know? So I don't know, I thought that shit was weird, man. Like, I'm like, okay,
It's just that everybody support y'all. Like, y'all do got haters. Y'all got people that really just hate y'all. But as a majority, I think y'all have more people that support you than don't really fuck with you. And it's like, yo, y'all regular like everybody else. Y'all want to be treated like everybody else, but then you want privileges. I don't know.
Yeah, so,
Let me not say too much more like I'll be canceled.
Yeah. Hey, so Soulja Boy, man, he's starting to show his age, bro. This nigga sound like me. I was proud of Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy starting to show that he's 31 years old. That nigga said, hey, man, I'm tired of these young boy fans, nigga. Cause have you ever like went on like academics comments and shit? Have y'all ever did that? And it'd be like, why be better? Why be better? They talking about YoungBoy. Like they troll, like he got the ultimate troll. They like on comments on everything. Why be better? Like when Drake dropped, they be like, nah, why be better? Just YoungBoy would have did this, or YoungBoy sold this many records. YoungBoy got this many shit. So I guess they was probably up in Soulja Boy, you know, probably up in Soulja Boy shit. And Soulja Boy was putting up some tweets where he was like, man, I ain't gonna lie. The fucking fans make me hate listening to YoungBoy. I fucking hate these niggas. he was fed up. He put up some tweets about that shit, right? So I guess the question I'm asking is, name, and Chris, you can answer this too. Name the top 3 worst hip hop fan bases right now. Who has the top 3 most annoying fan bases?
Just hip hop?
Do I need to go
first? We're
first?
just gonna say fan bases.
Hip hop.
The Barbs.
Yes.
Beehive.
Those are my top 2.
You think the Beehive is annoying?
What? You don't be seeing them?
Well, I guess
they just ain't said nothing
they be
lately.
more so they be on some shit kind of like Kanye's fans, like on some like, oh glory God to, like they treat them like they God.
You can't say shit about it. But
You say one thing bad about Beyonce, nigga, and your comment, you might go delete your shit.
what's up? Cardi.
They got Carrie Hilson up out of here, so maybe I need to change my 3 because I agree with that.
B,
Cardi B fans ain't really
Nah, they ain't
annoying.
that bad. They just look.
Stallion fans. No, Rihanna fans. Them niggas don't play.
The Navy,
I don't know what you call them niggas. Short hairs.
that's what they call it, the Navy. So the Navy, I don't know, bro. I ain't never really heard no bad
I'm
shit.
just gonna have to say Beyonce, Nicki, and
You know what I'm gonna say?
Lil Nas X.
Bro, you already just said what you already just said. You already did talk your shit about the damn the other shit.
I'm speaking about their fans. I'm not speaking about them.
Amen.
I'm leaving that community alone. I'm just saying, like, they fans is annoying too.
They about to get your ass, boy.
Oh, we gonna. And the honorable mention is 6ix9ine fans.
6ix9ine fans.
That's the honorable mention.
6ix9ine fans are annoying. I'm gonna say number 1 is definitely Nicki Minaj fans. They don't accept. I think the thing is, like, Nicki Minaj does a lot of questionable shit, and they just like throw that shit under the rug, like, but then be like critical of everybody else. Like they was mad at Megan Thee Stallion for just working with her and then working with Cardi, or like they be putting out people addresses and shit. Like if you a fan and you say something, or like if you criticize her, they'll find your address. And Nicki, I blame her too, cause Nicki put it out there. Like she'll leak a text message like this person disrespecting me, but put their phone number up. And then the bar would be like,
She know that.
Yeah, like
that's her booms.
Yeah, like she know what she doing. Now until somebody get hurt, then she gonna stop that shit when somebody get hurt. But that's definitely number 1. Number 2, I agree with Soulja Boy. I think the YoungBoy fans don't mean no harm, but that shit is annoying. Like, well, I can imagine Soulja Boy, a nigga who get comments all day. Why be better? Why be better? Why be better? That nigga just said some shit he wasn't supposed to say out loud.
Right.
And I'm an old ass nigga. And I think I'm an old ass.
Through his phone like, fuck these niggas, man.
Exactly. And I'm an old ass nigga, right? Who like, I don't get the YoungBoy hype because I don't really fuck with the nigga music. Like I respect what he doing. I think his work ethic, and I wanna like YoungBoy. That's the crazy part.
Music good to me. I can't listen to it all day, but like
it's just he's like Soulja Boy said. This the shit I've been saying. They said nigga just be whining all the time in his music. I can't find you. Damn, nigga, calm down.
I can't tell you.
damn, so now we about to have 2 communities out there. Now you done went after them motherfuckers.
Hey man, you know I don't give a fuck. And then 3, one fan base. There's only one reason why I be annoyed with this fan base. That's J. Cole. I be feeling like these niggas. First of all, I'm tired of hearing he went platinum with no features. Okay, cool. I think all the big wigs right now can go platinum with no features. Like I don't really feel like that's a big deal. Like I think Drake could go platinum with no features. I think Kendrick could go platinum with no features. You know, like I don't think that that's really as big of a deal as they make it. But that's not even what it is. I think these niggas is annoying because they be like, nah, y'all niggas, like when nigga don't like something J. Cole do, they be like, nah, you gotta understand with J. Cole, you gotta have the lights down and you gotta be in the mentally, in this mental spot and you gotta be this deep, you gotta be college educated. These niggas pull out all the fucking stops for this nigga just to say like, y'all niggas don't understand it. Nah, we clearly understand what J. Cole's saying. Maybe I just don't like this fucking song. So I think that.
No, I got one more. I got one more.
Who you got?
It ain't really like, I'm not gonna, they're not on the top because it's not as many fans that act the fool. But if you love Meek Mill, you get on my goddamn
don't get me
nerves.
started, bruh.
Niggas that love Meek Mill, that nigga can do no wrong,
bro. You know the problem is it's Meek Mill fault. Meek Mill is goofy as fuck. Like I'm not trying to say Meek Mill not real, Meek Mill not this, but
he do a lot of goofy shit and it's always caught on camera.
Yeah, he do a lot of goofy shit and his fans just vouch for it. Like he don't have as many fans as these people, but his fans go all out when they fuck with him. I know like 7-8 Meek Mill fans that go crazy over this nigga. And I be confused. I'm like, damn, niggas fucking with Meek Mill like that?
I'm saying Meek put out some good music. I get that, but nah, these niggas is like damn near Beehive type for Meek.
But you know, one thing I will say about that about Nicki Minaj shit, what's the name of her shits? What's the name of her favorites? The Barbs. Them motherfuckers, hey, they got that nigga Meek Mill in like 250 the first week. Half of them sales was them. They support that motherfucker right there. They support her. Like whoever she fucking with, like it could be goddamn Kenneth Petty, you know what I'm saying? They just ignore that fucking shit. All that. So, it's a little weird. But I think the last thing we're gonna talk about. Do you know who Hassan Campbell is? So Hassan Campbell is a YouTuber. He kind of does the same thing. Like, well, I do the same thing as him. With my Big Just Reactions page. Y'all go subscribe to Big Just Reactions on YouTube. Big Just Reactions. Shameless plug. But
free promo.
So Hassan Campbell, like he basically gives his opinions on things, right?
Yeah.
But he's kind of like, I don't know if you ever heard of Charleston White, but basically like what they do is they say a lot of things for shock value to get your attention. Like they one of them type of niggas where it be like they ignorant as fuck, but sometimes a lot of the times they do be kind of right, but they just ignorant as fuck how they do it, right? So he was recently on Clubhouse and they asked Mama Duck, FBG Duck's mama, right? That's what she calls herself. She calls herself Mama Duck. They said, somebody asked him, hey, how do you feel about Mama Duck? Do you think that we need more people like her, more women like her in the community, you know, like a strong black woman? And he said, matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it real quick, because that nigga went off. I think I got that shit. No, I think I deleted it. Let me go to my page. On Big Just Reactions. Go to Big Just Reactions. Hold on, let me see. I got that motherfucker over here somewhere. Here we go. Station on the time. I'm gonna just play the clip of what they said.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Like, because I know this rumor about Lil Durk. I just want to ask you a question in regards to Mama Duck. Well, Mama Duck, like, how you feel about, like, do you think it need to be more mothers like her to stand up and fight for justice for their kids?
Fight for justice? I think Mama Duck is a fucking failure. I think she's a failure. She got 5 kids that died in this year.
We gotta at least agreement.
Listen. We don't ask questions and then tell the nigga he can't answer. The bottom line to that, if I was the father of those kids and I was in jail, the number one thing I would do is come home and kill that bitch. For letting all of my kids die. You gonna tell me, and this is why I say this, right? No. Because once I start losing, first of all, when I realize...
Alright, so, yeah. And he kept going. So, basically...
That's a disrespectful ass nigga.
Yeah, so Mama Duck has basically lost... She has 10 kids. She lost 5 of them. right? I guess I'll give my opinion while I state this. Because Mama Duck, I think two of her kids, FBG Brick and FBG Duck, have died to the streets.
Okay.
The problem I have with Hassan Campbell is I think he wasn't informed that her kid, that I think he's just automatic, he's ignorant, he's assuming that all 5 of her kids died to the streets.
Right.
She had a young child, which was a daughter, that died in a fire. She had another kid, which she said on Clubhouse, which she didn't really get to finish her statement because, you know, Clubhouse is just full of niggas cutting niggas off, yelling over each other and shit. She was basically alluding to that basically one of her kids, it was a baby, one of the kids rolled over, they were sleeping in bed, and one of the kids rolled over on the baby, and the baby, I'm assuming, suffocated and died.
Damn.
And then another kid who was a football star died in his sleep. And then the other two, FBG Brick and FBG Duck, got murdered. But I will say they were grown. They were grown. They even had their own children. Like FBG
They made
Duck.
their own decisions.
Yes, they made their own decisions. She even said, I used to be in FBG Duck, because she said he tried to make it seem like she never stopped him from doing what he was doing. She said, I was always in Duck's ear about the music, about the gang banging, about all of that. But at the end of the day, when you're grown, you make your own decisions.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. I think Hassan Campbell, I think he was very disrespectful, and you shouldn't, and this is the crazy part. You're so critical of her as a mother when in actuality, like, he's been molested by multiple people. The biggest one was, remember when African Bambaataa, when it came out that he was molesting kids, he was one of the kids.
Damn.
So
you should really be.
where is your, why are you not talking about your own mama then?
Like,
Why are you not talking about how your mama failed you? He said before African Bambaataa, he was already molested before that. So where was your mama at? Now, I ain't gonna say it the way that FBG Duck mama said, because FBG Duck mama Duck was saying, like, where was your mama when you would get your ass bust wide open? She said, yeah, when she was like, when they were busting your ass, you know. But I get it. You talk shit about her, she talk shit about you. And I just think, like, nigga, since when do we have such lack of respect for black women? Like, nigga, calling her a bitch. My whole thing, too, like, you talking about if you was the father and you got out of jail, you would kill that bitch. Nigga, you the reason why your son was in the streets. Nigga, you was in jail.
He was in jail. He wasn't there.
FBG Duck, daddy was in jail his whole life. He got out a week after he died. After he died.
Damn.
I know that's fucked up. My whole thing is just like, bruh, let's not do that. You know, what you think about that situation?
This is a fucked up situation, man. Damn. I ain't even heard that before. Until just now, but shit.
Lose 5 of your kids, bruh, and I just think that's kind of like pouring salt in the wound. Like,
It's like, did you not do your research to see how she lost these kids first? Or did you do your research and you still didn't give a fuck?
I think he just, it's like pouring salt into a wound. You know?
Yeah, like, she already done lost 5 kids. You've been molested. You should understand that it's some shit that you're gonna be sensitive about, and she gotta let that shit ride.
I mean, 5 kids, bro. Imagine losing 5 kids and then you got somebody on club.
Man, just imagine losing one. If I
Right.
lose one of my kids,
I'm
nigga,
gonna go crazy.
Like, that right there be some shit like, alright, well, let me reach out to his goon and we gonna go see about this nigga.
Facts.
Like, don't talk about my kids, especially not my dead kids.
Yeah. And like he was trying to say, like, I just feel like some of the shit he was saying was pointless. Like, he was so gun-ho on saying, like, cause I guess FBG Duck had a lyric where he said, ever since 12, that shit turned me to a demon. Like, he said, yo, you became a demon at 12. Where were you at as a mother? And I'm like, bruh, come on, listen. First of all, those are lyrics. We don't know if that's the actual truth.
Right. I mean, niggas lie in their music all the time.
Because I done seen a lot of shit with FBG Duck where a lot of the shit he's saying is actually, like, he had sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like comparing it, but, like, put it like this. I feel like when I watch King Von, when I watch his shit on YouTube, I'm like, no, this boy has lost his mind. This nigga was just a wild nigga. I think FBG Duck is literally like a nigga who would be a very, I'm not saying Von wasn't intelligent, but like just if he was in a situation where he didn't have to live in poverty, he would have excelled in life. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what it was. And I also didn't like, one more thing before we get to what's scenario. Another thing I didn't like that he said, which I was like, man, you sound like a white nigga, a white man. Where he said, you know, when I start having kids, because he's from the Bronx, and he's from one of the worst projects in the Bronx, right?
Right.
He said, when I started having kids, I moved out the projects. I went to so and so, and then I moved and I got a house here. Blah blah blah. When you started having kids, you should protect your kids and you should move. Blah blah blah. My whole thing was like, you sound like you ever seen like movies or interviews and stuff where white people be like the white people don't understand, like, you know, poverty, and they be like, you know, well, if you don't like how you live, then why don't you folks just leave?
It's not that simple.
It's not that simple. She had 10 kids. She admitted that she made mistakes. She admitted that she was a drug addict. She admitted that she's lost a handful of kids. How do you just expect her to pack the fuck up and leave? You lost some fucking kids, nigga. You probably can't even fucking live and watch your kids. You probably can't even watch your kids for 6 months at a time. You losing kids, nigga. She lost her daughter in a fire in 2014. In 2017, she lost Brick. In 2020, she lost Duck. Nigga, that's every 3 years she losing a fucking kid. And she lost 2 kids before that.
So you already know she.
And listen, and she's a recovering drug addict, she said.
Shit, I would be on drugs too at some point.
So, exactly. So how you talking about just pick up and leave? Nigga, you ain't never went through that kind of trauma. You didn't have trauma, but you ain't been through that.
Hey, that's the fuck nigga of the week, man.
Yeah, fuck nigga of the week. Sorry, Kevin. Fuck that nigga. Anyway, it's time for that. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Say what? What's the scenario?
Hey.
Alright. So Melody is madly in love with Victor. Right? They've been together for 1.5 years. And Victor is always asking her to marry him. But she always says no and changes the subject. One day he forces her to stay on topic, and Melody reveals that she's been on alimony for 3 years and she has 15 more years to go as far as her payments, as long as she doesn't get married. Now the payments are $10,000 a month, which is nowhere near what Victor can afford. So if you're Victor, could you spend another 15 years without being married to Melody?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Time out. Let me throw a wrench in there. What if she said, "This is my money. This isn't your money"?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your own money. You don't
She's still
need
gonna spend it on me
You
somehow.
can't ask me for shit. You probably still gonna spend. Like I said, if I'm with you, you gonna have to.
Birthday, Christmas.
Yeah.
She gonna break some bread on you.
Yeah.
Either way.
Maybe not as much as you want, but she gonna break some bread on you.
She'll break enough.
10 grand a month, so I'm getting spent.
And that sounds like 50-50 on all the bills.
So she getting 120,000 a month. Not mention maybe she got a job too.
Hey. I'll wait 15. What's another 15 gonna do? Say, hey.
So y'all fucking with her. I'm gonna fuck with Melody too. Fuck that. Like, shit. Marriage ain't nothing but a piece of paper. Well, don't get me wrong. I want to get married. That's not no issue. What I'm saying is, if I gotta stay with you another 15 years before we get married, that's cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna marry you, then I'm gonna divorce you, and then I'm gonna get that alimony. I'm gonna get that alimony myself.
Hell no.
Appreciate for the
Shit, I mean,
recycling.
you gotta think about it though. Nigga, what ain't broke? Don't fix it. Nigga. We ain't been married. Why we need to get married now?
Yeah.
You
for
keep
that.
getting your check, especially if it's direct deposit right to your account. You know, you ain't gotta meet up and do all this extra shit. Fuck it.
I'm running through a check. Alright. Londell and Jameer. Londell and Jameer are best friends. One day, a mutual friend named Shaquana tells Jameer that Londell raped her. When Jameer asks Londell about it, he denies it and now you don't know what to do. Could you still be friends with Londell, knowing that it's possible that he could be a rapist?
Nah.
You said, nah, Chris, you could be friends with him?
It's a lot of consequences that come with that shit,
A
bro.
lot. And my first question though would be, what was her name again?
Her name is, I don't know.
Just to be an associate with
Shaquana.
somebody.
Alright, so Shaquana. If you know Shaquana, if Shaquana's a motherfucking liar, and she just known for just exaggerating shit, and lying and all that shit, maybe we could, ask for more details, see what really happened. Like, I may sit you both down, like, hey, bro, what really happened? For us to still be cool, if I know she a liar. Now, Shaquana ain't never gave you no reason to not think twice about some shit she said. Hey, bro. This is what she said, you denying it. I just can't associate myself with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a very tough decision.
I'm just gonna ask first. Be like, yo, you raped the old girl. At the same time, to be affiliated with it, you're just like, fuck. Damn if I do, damn if I don't.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna investigate that motherfucker like I'm the motherfucking cops, nigga.
Yeah.
I need to know details, what happened. Was this just a situation where maybe you was drunk and you didn't remember it? Maybe both of y'all was drunk. Like, what's going on? Before I make a decision, I need to investigate this shit. Did this nigga just choke you out? Like, what happened? You said no. You screamed no. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to know. I'll make my decision from there. But if just judging it, like how y'all say, I'm kind of with y'all. Like, if I really don't know, I'm probably just gonna fall back off of both of y'all.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna, but the thing is, I'm gonna respectfully address both of y'all about the situation. I'm gonna be like, listen, I love both of y'all, and I really don't know. I don't want to call neither one of y'all liars. Like, y'all gotta understand. If I say you capping, it benefits this person. If I say you capping, I wasn't there. The only person there was you. I feel like if you feel like you got raped for real, then you probably should call the police and let them investigate it and deal with it. What is me, like, acknowledging the fact that maybe he raped you? What is that gonna do for the situation? Call the police. I'm just gonna fall back on both of them, just because I don't know what happened, and I don't need both friends just looking at me kind of crazy.
I'm like, yo, look, I'm the wrong person to come to about this. Especially, it's like, you ain't got no proof. How long ago was this? Yeah, I feel you. Like, you gotta fall back from her too, unless, like I said, how well do you know Shaquana? Is Shaquana known to be an extra? She lied.
Yeah.
That she just were they together? She don't like this nigga no more, so she just moved. Like, she bitter, or Shaquana could be a real ass friend, and she not gonna just make up some shit. And you gotta judge it. You gotta know your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Now what's the name that raped her? Allegedly.
Londell.
Now Londell Londell was a magician, musician, and he has a good mixtape and shit. I'm not saying I stopped listening to music. So I don't sound like a hypocrite. I mean, but I wouldn't hang out with him.
Yeah, that's a lie. Alright, so I got one. Chris, I wanna hear what you guys say about this motherfucker right here. Cutting Sticky. Cutting Sticky broke up with his longtime girlfriend Belinda. So he's always told his friends and family that breakup was the one that hurt him the most, right?
But he was married.
No, he this is when he wasn't married. Cousin Sticky be on it. He be married, he ain't married, you know what I'm saying? Every week or something.
Cousin Sticky shirt's coming soon.
Yeah, so Cousin Sticky broke up with his longtime girlfriend Belinda. He's always told his friends and family that that's the breakup that hurt him the most. So fast forward 5 years, and Sticky's cousin / best friend is engaged to Belinda. Sticky has come to terms that they are together, but now his cousin wants him to be the best man. Could you, if you were Sticky, could you be the best man in this situation, or would you tell your cousin to fuck off, nigga?
Alright, I need to hear that shit one more time.
Alright, so Gerard's my cousin.
Alright.
Me and Jasmine, shout out to Jasmine. She'll be like, why I'm in it? Me and Jasmine, we lovers. We break up. 5 years later, Gerard is getting married to Jasmine. But Gerard, I came to terms they together, right? It was rough at first. I'm like, you really like dating my girl, you know what I'm saying? But now, Gerard's getting married to her. I came to terms. Gerard's getting married to her, and he asked me to be your best man. Would you? So I came to terms in a situation.
Where you get this shit from? Is this real life?
Yeah, it's in a book. Shout out to, you know, I be listening to a book. Shout out to Naughty by, hold on, let me put it up there. I fucks with this book. This book had me goddamn on the edge of my seat. It's called, no, that's not it.
Shit like
It's called Naughty, put it like that, by Belinda somebody. Her name Belinda. Shout out to her.
Shit, the way I see it is, if you got to the point where you accepted they relationship and 5 years, it was like shit. We been done. It is.
This the one that hurt him the most though.
Yeah, it hurt, but shit, it is.
Let's say he ain't found love yet. Be nice.
Shit, and then goddamn, they keep looking. Either.
So would you be the best man? That's the question.
If it's my cousin, like you just thinking like my closest cousin. Fuck it, I go ahead and do it. It's cool. I can do it.
You better do it, boy.
Yeah, I mean that's my old word.
Maybe it's a cancer in me, but I ain't playing that shit, bro.
Now,
Don't ask me to be I'll come to the wedding, but don't ask me to be your best man. I feel like that's throwing it in my face. Like if I'm,
imagine you almost married her. You was right there.
Yeah, that's the point.
You still can act like you married. You just one person.
No, I don't need to act like that. If I'm sitting here, and I'm sitting here like in the wedding, I'm handing this nigga the ring and shit to marry my old bitch. Imagine me handing you the ring to marry my old bitch.
You know, drop that shit by accident or purpose, whatever you want to call it.
Come on, bro. Like, that shit kind of crazy. You don't think that's a little crazy?
Nah, it's crazy. But you can still be a little petty with it.
Nah, I just be like, hey, bro, you know, while I support you, cuz, I support y'all union and everything, but I don't think, it's not that, like I said, I come to terms that y'all are good, but like I told you 5 years ago, that's the relationship that really hurt me. I just not ready to be in that type of situation, and for the most part, I'll just, you know, I'll be there, but I can't be your best man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Get.
I mean, the best man.
Get cousin killer. I'm cousin sticky. Get cousin and shit.
Alright, so would you be a groomsman?
I don't want to be in no way that, bro. Cause I'm lined up with her and I'm looking at her, like I'm right there. You know that's crazy?
Hey, nigga, go ahead and pull the different world, nigga.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in like a Dean Hardison, like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I need to sit down, like, I'm gonna just ignore the whole situation. I always wanna do this in the mic. It's like lean.
You know, Lil Wayne on. That's a Lil Wayne lighter flick.
Yeah, matter of fact, who got a lighter in this bitch? I wanna do that shit too. Next episode, Ian. Alright, man, let's get to that. Yo, we had it first, Soulja Boy.
Man, we're gonna bring that shit back next week, bro. I missed that intro.
Yo, we gonna have to replay that.
Alright, bro. If a man is walking with his girl, should he avoid checking out any other girl walking by? Facts or cap?
This one, cause I sent to you.
Yeah, man.
It's cap.
So I seen this on Twitter. This whole thing. I'm sure that's where you got it from. Shout out to Gazadi. See you next week, nigga. Say it again.
If a man is walking with his girl, should he avoid checking out any other girl walking by? Facts or cap?
So I think it's like a situation where it's like I've seen, like, say if a girl walking by with just an extremely fat ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like a woman should know, like, and it's a nigga nature to look. You noticed it, so why the fuck I can't notice it? Cause my thing is, if you noticed it and then you're looking at me hoping I didn't notice it, do you think I'm really that naive? Do you think I'm that crazy?
It all
We can look at it together. I'll tell you. I'll be like, babe, I ain't saying I'm lusting over her. I'm gonna be like, babe, her ass was crazy. You seen that shit?
That shit was
Like, let's not act like, come on, let's be honest. Like a woman, and I'm not saying like, I don't want to sound crazy, but like, women ain't stupid. Men ain't stupid. Let's just be honest here. If I'm walking past, we're both holding hands, walking down the street. We walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? We loving each other, we walking down the street, and you can see that ass from the front. It's a girl walking down the street, you can see that ass from the front. If you notice it, I noticed it. That don't mean I'm sitting here like, well, you think I'm about to unleash my hand and go try to fuck the girl? Let's be honest.
I mean, you see a bad bitch, you see a bad bitch.
Yeah, you see a bad bitch, you see a bad
She
bitch.
ain't even gotta have a crazy body. She could just be hella cute.
Yeah.
But my thing
Skin
is,
complexion.
the only thing is, it's like there's a respectful way to look and there's a disrespectful
Yeah, like
way
I'm
to
not gonna
look.
be disrespectful and just turn around and stop what I'm doing and look at her and
Be like, damn.
we finna
Keep that shit in your head. Don't say it out loud.
Even if you know, do, I'll be like, hey babe, that was a beautiful woman right there. I'm like, babe, did you see her ass? That shit crazy.
You can't tell me you ain't see ass.
Come on,
how you missed that?
Yeah, you seen that ass. Stop playing on me. So yeah, this way to go about it.
Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna look.
Damn right.
Shit, we gonna look.
You know we.
Catch me if you can.
At this point, is Giannis better than KD? That's a cap. Giannis is better than KD?
He's saying is Giannis better than KD. So this is Kazadi's question. No. I don't think Giannis is better than KD because of the simple fact that, I mean, I respect Giannis. I fuck with Giannis. I'll give him the title as the best player in the world. But I feel like when people focus on the title, right, as the best player in the world,
Yeah.
that's an individual type thing, right?
Yeah.
While I think that KD had the better team until Kyrie and James Harden were hurt last year. That's just what it is. Like, they were up 2-0. People act like they don't remember that these niggas was up 2-0. They was whooping the Bucks' ass. Now, it's good fortune, and then they whooped the Suns' ass. Partly, I would say, because I felt like the Suns were stubborn and didn't build a wall like they did. Like, it's a clear blueprint on how to beat Giannis, right? There is no blueprint on how to beat KD.
Right.
Now, KD, he had to deal with injuries. You need at least 2 superstars on your team to win a championship these days. James Harden was hurt. He wasn't even half of himself in the in them games. So, while I respect Giannis, I respect everything he does, I do think that he deserves the title as the best player in the world. I think KD, if he's healthy and he keeps one of these guys, Kyrie Irving, we don't know. You and Ben Simmons are just, y'all niggas have lost y'all fucking mind. But I do respect the fact that KD, I mean, come on, there's no weakness in his offensive game. Giannis, he's not a good free throw shooter. He's not a good three-point. He's not a good shooter. What can't KD do?
And they can do everything.
Now I do think Giannis is a better defensive player.
I think he can't brush his hair.
Defense don't also. He said Nick can't brush his. That's the name of this episode. Nick can't brush his hair. I think that it's just. I mean, it is what it is, man. I think that they're number 1 and number 2. So I don't really. I don't mind that, you know, you saying that this person's better and that person's better. It is what it is with me. I got Giannis or KD at number 1 and number 2, and then I got LeBron at number 3. It is what it is. So, you got any more? You got a couple more? You got anything? What's up?
A couple more. Hold on. This is another one of his. Cam Newton is done in the NFL. Faster cap. Cap.
Why is he cap?
I say cap.
Why y'all say he's cap?
He still got a long way to go.
All the injuries that's in the NFL right now, he'll be back in the NFL this year.
I think he just waiting for the right team.
You said he got a long way to go. You believe that?
I said I'm a quarterback, bro.
So you think he'll be in? Do you think he has a long way to go?
He'd probably be in the league for the next. It depends on how he do this when he gets back. But he's downhill. I give him 3 to 5.
Hell no.
You don't think he has that much left?
Hell no.
At least 3. 5
No,
if he's.
no.
I'm not talking about. But you know what? I take the 5 away. And the 5 is because he's not gonna sit on the bench. He's not gonna be sitting there as an old.
You trying to make you basically saying like he on some Carmelo shit.
Yeah, like if he's not the starter, he's not gonna be there.
I feel like if we get rid of Matt Ryan, pick up Cam, he'll go for another 3-4 years.
Let me see if Kazadi go pick up, man. Let me see if go pick him up, man. Alright, you might not pick up. Alright, yeah, man, fuck it. Alright, so for me, I don't think he has that much time. I think Cam Newton has taken too much punishment. His body, I don't think that he's, people don't want to hear this, but I think that he's not really the most accurate thrower. I think that his game is based off athleticism. He can throw the ball, but I think it's more so based off athleticism. So when I see Cam Newton, I think his body's broken down. So I think that he's kind of like at a point in his career, and we've seen it with the Patriots. And my thing is like, if you don't work with the Patriots, where else can you work?
I mean, but the Patriots are a quarterback. They need a quarterback that's gonna sit in that pocket and be accurate.
But you don't think last year that they worked the game to his?
They did to the best of their ability, but
so what other team?
I can see him.
Cam Newton is 32 or 33 years old. Nobody's building a team around a 32, 33-year-old unless you're Tom Brady.
Only thing I can see happening with Cam Newton, he's gonna end up in like a Denver. He's gonna end up in Miami.
Miami finna trade Tua for Deshaun Watson. That's what I think. That's been the rumor.
I thought that trade went through.
No. So basically it's up and coming.
Yeah, James
the deadline is coming.
Can play for the Saints. Cam Newton can go.
No, but he's younger. It's age. Y'all are not paying attention to the age. James Winston still is his 20s. We talking about that, and he's 14-2 right now. People not paying attention to that. I know they holding Jameis Winston back, but he has 14 touchdowns and 2 picks. He's never done that.
Cause he got a real coach that he sat behind Breeze for a year, learn.
They doing a lot of shit. Like he doing a lot of shit where he's just a lot of screens, a lot of shit. But that's what he needs.
I think
he need
patience.
patience.
That same type. You put Cam on the right.
Listen, I'm not questioning Cam's mentality.
3-5 more years.
I don't see Cam the punishment that Cam is taking. He took a lot of punishment. They used him up in Carolina, bro. I do not see that Cam. I just can't see it.
I see at least 3 years.
Okay. We'll see. When we on the podcast getting paid $10 million.
Yeah, about 3 years. We should be getting $10 million by then.
Yeah, we gonna see what the fuck.
Hey man, faster cap. Has Birdman paid back all his orders?
It's major, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's a question. Like, oh, what can I answer?
What do you think?
It's major artists. Yeah.
I think that he's paid his debt. I think that, but when Birdman he's had interviews like even with Big Facts and shit. I think that he said important shit. I think that there's narratives that came against him that wasn't really fair, and he basically listen. I'm put it like this: if Lil Wayne gets put it like this, if a nigga owed you 50 million, you felt like a nigga owes you 50 million, right? And he ain't pay you be ready to kill that nigga, right?
Yeah.
So for Lil Wayne to still be cool with him, it sounds like something.
Like that might not, that 50 million might not all be Birdman. That might be Birdman, the label.
Yeah, exactly.
More
My
hands into
point,
it.
and that's exactly kind of what he alluded to. So my whole thing is like, you got to stay out these headlines. Like I think that he's done right by everybody. You ain't seen Drake complaining. I ain't seen Nicki complaining.
That's because
And I think the reason, and he said the reason
Birdman
he pulled up
fan,
on Charlamagne because Charlamagne was, imagine that like the biggest artist in the game is coming to your fucking radio station and you keep asking the same niggas like, why would you sign to Birdman? Why would you sign to Birdman with all this going on? And he don't pay his artists and blah blah blah. Why would you do that? Why? Okay, so why would you even? You know, I get his point. You know, I just think that. I think Birdman has done good business. I think he's done square business. He got enough money. He got cash money. He's all the artists he had. He's literally got the. Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Bad Boy, Death Row, Cash Money. Are those the top 3 labels ever? What's the top 3 labels ever?
You gonna put No Limit in there?
I think No Limit was good for the few years it was popping. Like, it was hot in 98. Was No Limit hot in 2003? Was it hot in 2000? Was it hot in 2001? 2002? I think they got a big ass deal and it was that. My question is, what are the top 3 labels ever?
Rockefeller.
Ooh.
Cash Money.
So who was Rockefeller replacing?
Who was your 3 you said?
I said Bad Boy.
Alright. No. They replacing Bad Boy.
Who? Rockefeller?
Yeah.
So you think Rockefeller was hotter than Bad Boy?
They had Jay-Z. They had Cam.
So listen. I disagree with you.
Are we talking? But Bad Boy.
No. Bad Boy. Listen.
Are we talking about like over
You gotta
all
understand.
time? Or are we talking
Bad Boy.
about the time?
So Bad Boy. Who did Bad Boy have? You gotta ask yourself this. Who did Bad Boy have? Bad Boy had Mace.
Okay, 1 album.
1 album. Well, 2 albums. Fucking damn near diamond.
Okay.
Right? They got who else they got? Biggie Smalls.
2 albums.
Clearly. 2 albums. Higher selling probably than anybody ever on Rockefeller. Right?
Alright.
Who else they got on Bad Boy? Who else was hot? You had Total. You had fucking. We didn't have this conversation. It's like 8, 9 artists. You know, you got the Black Robs. You got the fucking. They got all the credentials.
They do.
Shine. They got.
That's cool, but I'm still going Rockefeller, and then Death Row. That's my personal opinion.
I fuck with Death Row, but I don't think that I'm not giving you Rockefeller, my boy. I'm not giving you Rockefeller, cause they just rap artists, bro. Who the fuck pop? There's an R&B artist.
Shit, Maya.
Nigga, they had Mary J. Blige.
Maya.
Fuck no, they didn't. Well, really, Death Row Slick had Mary J. Blige. Hey, I was looking at some shit the other day that Tupac had Mary J. Blige. Yeah.
Yeah. So episode, we don't know.
Yeah, episode, I don't even know it. That might be the name of this episode. Episode, I don't even know it. Shout out to the Facts and Cat podcast, man. Hey, y'all make sure y'all go follow that Big Just Reaction page on YouTube. Go subscribe. I'm gonna talk my shit. Everything good?
Hey, me go. We'll see you next week, man.
And we out, baby. Just like that. Blah!
Blah.
Stay clean as a whistle, you think you official, we know that you not. Hop on the mic and discuss every issue, might take a few shots. Kick back and relax, don't overreact, it's only your thoughts. Tell me is it facts, or maybe it's cat, we never gon' stop. Facts and cat.